61-year-old male in with chief complaints of shortness of breath, grade 2 shortness of breath and cough with expectoration since 1 week, sir. And the cough, the expectoration.
Is it the same with Pawan and Rutan? Okay, what are your questions on that case? Okay, now we are only asking the question. Where is the problem in this case?
Pulmonary pathology.
He's got a pulmonary pathology. So where is the pulmonary pathology? Pulmonary means a lot of things.
He has B's, narrow airways.
Very good. So it is in the airways. So and it seems the V's is indicating that the airways are obstructed. So is it acute obstructive airway disease or is it a chronic obstructive airway disease?
Chronic obstructive. He has chronic alcoholic and chronic smoker.
Okay. So you are saying it is a chronic obstructive airway because he is a chronic smoker, but
And
he
he also has history of 1 year back. The same history.
So chronicity is decided on how much time this problem is going on. So you are saying since 1 year the problem is going on.
He took treatment.
Yeah, 1 year is going on. He is taking intermittent treatment. And what do you think the treatment is? Which makes him feel relief. Here also after coming he feels better relief.
Talbutal is taking.
Yes, so bronchodilators. So wherever he goes, people give him bronchodilators because that is the most logical treatment. If the bronchus is constricted, dilate the bronchus, and he will feel relief. So that is what has been given to him. So you answered the question of where is the problem and what can be done
He
about
also
it.
has pectus excavatum.
Yes, he has got some pectus excavatum. So pectus excavatum, what can be the reason for that?
Not in this case significant.
So pectus excavatum is generally a deformity, which is the congenital deformity. It doesn't have any acquired reason as such. Like pectus carinatum is because of and here rickets, yes. So that's an acquired deformity. What else? Have you seen congenital heart disease patients? They come with this pigeon chest very often. What do they have? Yeah, so many congenital heart diseases. When they come to you at the age of 20 also it will be like this, the chest. So what does that indicate? So that basically indicates that they were having this problem of shortness of breath and permeabilization which started at an early age. That is when the bones were forming. So that's why the chest became like that. Pigeon shape, pectus carinatum. No, just the opposite of excavatum. So opposite of excavatum is generally acquired. Whereas excavatum is a congenital deformity. So that's just a congenital separate deformity. You can put it in the diagnosis. You can say your diagnosis COPD and pectus excavatum. And anything else in your diagnosis, etiology of COPD.
Suppurative lung. Because it's expectoration.
Okay. So instead of COPD, you are making it suppurative lung disease, or are you making it suppurative COPD? So what is suppurative lung disease? Suppuration, as you are saying, is expectoration. A lot of sputum which is coming out. So suppuration generally means pus. Wherever there is pus, there is suppuration. So you are saying a lot of pus is coming out in the sputum. Actually, sputum is pus. What is the definition of sputum? More than 25 pus cells and less than 10 epithelial cells. That is the definition of sputum. More than 25 polymorph, less than 10. You don't have to write it. You remember it throughout suppuration. Sputum itself is suppuration. All the pus coming out because of inflammation. So where will the inflammation be in a COPD? In the airways, isn't it? So how does the airway become inflamed and what do we call that kind of a COPD? Yes, chronic bronchitis is that COPD where the airway is inflamed and causing pus, very sputum production. You know the definition of chronic bronchitis. Cough and sputum production for more than 3 months. That is chronic bronchitis. So what he is having is chronic bronchitis. But is he having emphysema also? So that your findings will tell us. What are the findings? Does he have findings of emphysema? Now this lady probably may have had findings of emphysema because she has a valid tribute. But does she have actually emphysema? Is that pulmonary hypertension we are seeing because of ASD or because of emphysema? Who knows? Because we haven't seen her ASD. Nobody has told me her ASD. What could he have developed? Would he have developed pulmonary hypertension? Who are the ones who develop pulmonary hypertension? Who are pink puffers? Who are blue bloaters? Chronic bronchitis is blue bloaters. Emphysema is pink puffers. What is the difference? Yeah, so pink puffers are obviously all pink with oxygen because they're taking a lot of oxygen, they're pink and they're huffing and puffing. Why are they not hypoxic, not cyanous? Because they're huffing and puffing. So they are taking all the oxygen and they're becoming pink with oxygen. And in the meantime, what is also happening because of all this huffing and puffing? They are breaking the alveoli. They are rupturing the alveoli and they are becoming emphysematous. So look at this patient's alveoli here. Our Vinay has gone. Who is the other person? You have to see the alveoli. So look at his alveoli. And where is the liver tunnels in this man? Did you see the liver tunnels? How do you see the liver tunnels? How do you see the liver span?
Parkas.
Yes, you start percussing and say that that's what Pawan did. We actually asked him to percuss this patient. And where did you get the liver tunnels? Where did you get the liver tunnels? Yeah, this one. Keep it there. You forgot.
No, sir.
Huh?
18.
It is not in the fifth space. Is it? This is the seventh space. If you see, it is not in the fifth space. It is in the seventh space. Push down. So lungs are hyperinflated, and there is some pulmonary artery dilation also. Not as much as that lady's. You can see this aorta. Aortic knuckle has opened up here. This is called unfolding of the arch of the aorta. The arch of the aorta has opened up like this. Okay, they are not big. Open it up like this. So this is unfolding of the arch of the aorta. But the main pulmonary artery is not as big as that lady or another one which we had seen. No, it's not that big. So the right atrial lower branch is dilated. It is not 1.5 as normal in males. It is around 2 to 3 centimeters probably. So there are features of pulmonary arterial hypertension. There is also feature of emphysema. The left ventricle is again upturned, so that means more of a right ventricular hypertrophy because of pulmonary hypertension. So what is happening here? So it's all feature of COPD, but is he having chronic bronchitis? Is he a blue bloater or is he a pink puffer? What do you think? You are the best judge of this patient. Is he? So 10% are the classical blue bloaters. You can see them in our ward somewhere in the ICU and all. Most of the time we do have them. So they will look cyanosed. You know, I was seeing one patient in the ICU today. Cyanosed. Today, tomorrow, I don't know when. So, and obviously the anasalpa is all over. So blue bloaters you get in plenty. Then you can see patients who look barrel shaped and all the time they're huffing and they're breathing in this pursed lip. You know, like this. You can see how the lips are becoming. And they are not hypoxic. They are not cyanous. Now what is this man? He is both. He is a mixed type. So 80% of the COPDs are mixed type. They are neither here nor there. And they have got something of the other, both the two. So this is a COPD which has got both the chronic bronchitis as well as emphysema components. So this is a classical COPD. We have another very typical exam case for you. So your questions were, where is the problem? There is the problem. In the lungs as well as affecting the pulmonary vasculature. Another question, why does he have the problem? Smoking. Isn't it? That is the only etiology of the COPD. Who else gets COPD other than smokers? There are many women who don't smoke who get COPD. So that is because of chula smoke. Then there are many people who never smoked a cigarette but lived in Delhi. Pollution. Pollution is the number one common cause of COPD. And so those are etiologies. Very simple actually. And now the last question is, what can be done about this case? What did we do? We just gave him bronchodilator, nothing else. So then here there can be other questions like, what is the role of corticosteroids in the treatment of COPD? The role of eosinophil in the sputum, not in the blood, is that it is a predictor for response to corticosteroid therapy. So that was in, I just had that question in mind because I had read it together. Corticosteroid therapy and this together, so it just came out like that. And the other thing which you said is, yes, any people having obstructive airways, but those are different kind of obstructive airways. So let me ask you this very important question. How do you differentiate bronchial asthma from COPD? Everybody. All of us dip in our airway circulation in the early in the morning. So everyone is subject to the same dip, but some people will obviously, those who are already compromised will develop problems early in the morning, it can happen in COPD also. Because there also they have the same bronchial problem, bronchial system. Yeah, you were saying something. Pain. Inflammatory response. Now, I'll give you the hint. What happens to this inflammation in asthma versus COPD? COPD is also inflammation of the bronchi, the goblet cell hyperplasia, sputum production. Asthma is also inflammation. But what is the difference in this inflammation? As she has also given you a hint, it happens because of some allergic reaction. So it's an inflammatory allergic response in the bronchioles. So what is that? It's time dependent. Those patients, as she rightly said, will become completely normal. So this bronchial asthma patient will win a 100-meter Olympic race in between. And then again he will become shortness of breath sometime. But the COPD patient will never be able to become normal. He will keep on progressively becoming worse. His shortness of breath will never become normal in between. Bronchial asthma may become normal in between. That is the difference. Bronchial asthma, the history will be he is completely normal. At that time he can run up and down, nothing happens. COPD patient will never be able to do. So that is the main difference.